All right, this is my first of 20 karma classes for my Vinyasa Practice 300 certification. Yeah, so this is my first video. All right, class 1 of 20 for free karma classes. I'm Emily, if you don't know me. This space is safe. I'm your guide. What I have to say is merely a suggestion, and if something doesn't serve you, please do not take it. If there's something I do that you would prefer to switch out, please do that. Just always be aware of your body, aware of your mind, keep yourself safe, keep yourself hydrated, taking breaks when you need them, and just enjoying yourself. All right, so today let's start in a comfortable seat. However you like to start, I just like sweet seat, crisscross feet. I'm going to take a block and place it underneath my feet so that my hips are a few inches above my elbows, which allow me to sit for a little bit longer. From here, I just want you to settle in. Settle into your practice, ground down, come from your head space down to your body, and settle in and see how it feels. Rocking from side to side, feeling the sit bones underneath you. Start to center yourself right over those 2 hip points. Bring your shoulders back over your hips, and then bring your chin in towards your chest and your throat, finding space in the back of your neck. Palms can come to rest lightly on your thighs, your knees, wherever feels comfortable. You could even place them hand on top of hand, pressing your thumb tips towards one another is another common meditation place to be. So wherever you are, choose your seat and settle in. So I invite you to close your eyes if it feels safe, or to heavy your gaze by just softening and looking at something dead ahead, maybe the top edge of your mat, maybe a crease where the wall meets the floor. Wherever you are, settle in. And now just become aware of your breath. Don't change anything about them. Just become aware of your inhales as they expand through your body, and your exhales as they leave, collapse everything down. Take a few deep breaths in, full deep breaths out. See if anything comes up for you right away. Today, a little bit of focus on the yamas and niyamas. The first yama as in nonviolence, or ahimsa. So while you're in practice in meditation right now, just for a moment, think of nonviolence, and instead of just not being violent towards someone else or not physically harming yourself, for today's class, for the next 60 minutes, think about how you can change violence with radical self-love. So as you sit in your meditative seat, picture yourself as your best friend, the person that you just think the most of, that you couldn't stop writing good things about. Just envision them in your mind now, your best friend, BFF of all time, best friend. Now just think of a few things that are reasons why you love them. They're hardworking, they're persistent, they give 100% of themselves 100% of the time. Look adoringly at this best friend in your mind. Think all the beautiful things about them, love them from top to bottom, everything about them. Now take a nice deep breath in, filling up your belly. Big open mouth exhale, let it out. Now think about that person as you. Think about those kind thoughts directed towards you. Think about loving yourself as much as you love your best friend. So today, while we move and flow, move with love, move with curiosity, and move with a little bit of patience with yourself. Know that you might not be the master at every asana that I throw your way, or maybe you're even better at it than I'm giving it to you. So just be humble as it comes. So know that you might not be the best, and know that you're probably better than what I got for you. Either way, just love the shit out of yourself while you're moving today in class. Nonviolence doesn't mean just not slapping people when they may or may not deserve to be slapped. It also means not being violent towards yourself. Anything that you feel inwardly, you are going to do outwardly. So if you talk to yourself in a mean, angry manner, you're going to do those same things outside of your body when you come to situations with people in your life, or even just interacting with the earth. So right now, know that if you love yourself outrageously, so many crazy things will happen. In this sweet seat, you guys, take another deep breath in, filling your belly, maybe even feeling your shoulders rise. Big open mouth exhale. Good. If you've closed your eyes, blink them open. If you're ready for your practice, you can remove that block, or if it still feels comfortable, you can keep it under your seat. If you are going to enjoy some music with me, if you're going to use the playlist I sent you, just pull that up, or any playlist that you want. Let's just sync it up right now. Let's play the playlist in 3, 2, 1, and play. All right, yogis, again, after our little meditation, settle back in. If you want to stay seated, stay seated. If you like to find a reclined or child's pose position, please do. Wherever you are, bring that awareness back to your breath. Not changing anything about it. Just be aware of the inhales as they go in through your nose, filling up your belly. And exhale, let your shoulders settle down. Release something of holding. A couple more breaths just like that. Big inhale into your belly. Breath goes all the way up into your shoulders. Open mouth exhale, let it go. Good. 2 more cleansing breaths just like that. Inhale deep into your belly. Open mouth exhale. Good. Final one right here. Inhale, big breath into your belly, biggest one yet. Open mouth exhale, let it go. Good. Now bring your right hand to your belly, your left hand to your chest, and you're going to continue to breathe just like that, but with a little bit more execution. So as you inhale, inhale first into your belly, feel your right hand raise. Now exhale. That's part 1. So inhale again, inhale into your belly, then into your chest. Now exhale, chest go down. Let your belly come down. So you're doing it in organized order. Inhale first into your belly, and then into your chest, and then all the way into your shoulders and your collarbones. Fill up. Now exhale, let your collarbone settle. Chest comes in, belly flattens. Good. It's going to feel like a wave. So inhale, your right hand feels like it's lifting. Now your left hand does. All the way at the top, that 3-part breath. Exhale, let your collarbone settle. Chest settles, belly settles. All right, one more just like that, yogis. Inhale deep into your belly. Feel your hand rise. All the way up into your collarbones, all the way up into your shoulders. Big, big breath. Controlled exhale, shoulders settle. Chest settles, belly settles. All right, releasing your hands back down to your knees. We're going to do our Ujjayi Pranayama breath. So this is the breath that will support you through your practice today. We're going to seal our lips, inhale through our nose. And then as you exhale, you're going to constrict the muscles at the back of your throat to make texture and sound. So as you exhale, you're going to sound like Darth Vader. So inhale without any texture through your nose. Exhale through your nose, make it audible. As if you're fogging up a glass in the mirror, or Darth Vader. Think of those 2 things. This breath will keep you concentrated, will keep you focused, and keep your insides warm, creating a furnace. So as we go through our power yoga today, you're building the heat outside with maybe some space heaters, and you're moving, and then you're creating the heat inside with that movement and the breath. So again, inhale through the nose without any texture. Exhale through the nose with texture. Good, and just looping them one next to the other. If at any point you get too hot, open mouth exhale will be perfect just to release some of that heat, or coming into a normal cadence of your breath, whatever you find. Getting ready to get started. Let's just start by shrugging those shoulders up. So inhaling up, exhaling back. Inhaling up, exhaling your shoulders back and down. One more, inhale up, exhale back and down. Now inhale up and together and reverse that motion. So you're gonna come back, squeeze those shoulders together, round forward, collapse in. Final one. Good. Now inhale those arms up overhead. Just warming up, waking up here. Biceps are gonna come alongside your ears. Palms will face one another, but you're gonna track your pinkies towards each other. So thinking about internally rotating, internally rotating those arms to help bring your pinkies towards one another. Biceps are alongside your ears. And if you're feeling like you're arching your back doing this, just bring your chest back over, engage your abdominals, bring them to the back of your body. And then we're just gonna do some circles, classic warm up here. Just being gentle. It's early-ish, maybe wherever you are. Going in one direction and then switching directions. Good. Inhale those arms back up. Exhale, release your hands to your knees. Inhale, find some length and a nice tall spine. As you exhale, look over your right shoulder. Any degree, it doesn't have to be aggressive. Just enough so you feel station. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Getting that warmed up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, space in the back of your neck, gaze at your lap. Inhale, go up center, gaze at the ceiling. Exhale, return to center, horizon. This time, we're gonna inhale, find some length. Exhale, release your right ear to your right shoulder. Option here to let your left arm come out wide. Maybe find a little bit of movement. See what sensations come up for you in your shoulder and your neck here. Option to take that hand and slip it under your left eye, your left butt cheek, and really pull down that left shoulder, feeling sensation here as your right ear is still. If you're looking for a little movement, you can do two. If you want to stay right here, stillness is perfect. So from here, you're just going to make some half moon shapes. So dropping your left ear to your left shoulder, rolling up your right ear back to your right shoulder. Just nice, slow and controlled, still remembering that breath. Nice big inhales, nice big exhales. Whenever you find yourself back with your right ear towards your right shoulder, stay. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, look down at your right hip. Feeling a little bit more sensation on the outside of that neck. Option again to move that left arm as our chin is tucked down to the right here. Just feeling and loosening into that neck and that shoulder. One more big inhale where you're here. Exhale, stay. Good. Inhale, rise your head up. Look back center. Good. One big inhale here. Exhale, release your left ear to your left shoulder. Relax your shoulders down. No need to roll them up to your ears. Just relax everything. Allow gravity to do the work with your head here. Again, option to take that right arm out, move it out in space. One direction, maybe your palm flips. Just investigating and seeing how that feels. Maybe even feeling a little sensation all the way into your forearm. Good. Maybe you take that hand, place it underneath your feet, can find stillness or movement wherever you want to be. Option to introduce that half moon roll, rolling that opposite ear to opposite elbow, feeling sensation in the neck and shoulder. Good. Once you find your left ear towards your left shoulder, stay there. Take an inhale, fill up. Exhale, look down towards your left hip to any amount. Never go past anything that feels comfortable. Good. One more big inhale here. Stay for your exhale. Release that right hand. Inhale, lift your gaze back to center. Good. All right, coming over to hands and knees. Coming to find a tabletop. Palms are directly underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips. And if you can tuck your toes or you can push the tops of your feet into the mat, whichever one serves you best. Wherever you are, draw your shoulders down. Pull to your hands right here as if you're pulling yourself on a skateboard. So instead of just like sagging in, press shoulders through. As if you're on a skateboard, pull your palms towards your knees. Take one inhale here. Lift your belly up as if there's a fire underneath you, activating your abs. As you exhale, tuck your pelvis, look at your thighs, cat your back for cat pose. Pressing through those shoulders, gaze goes between your feet. Inhale, release your shoulders and your belly down to the mat. Lift your gaze for cow. Again, pulling those palms towards your hips, making sure not to pinch that low back. Exhale, cat pose. Remembering that texture in the back of your throat. Inhale, cow. Taking your flow here. I like to wag my tail just to wake up my hips and my lower back in cat and cow. I love taking full body barrel rolls. So just as if you're cleaning the inside peanut butter can out, taking your belly and scraping all the sides, switching your directions. Wherever you are in your sequence, find neutral spine again, slightly pressing through shoulders. Fingers are wide, really focusing on pressing into your thumb and your pointer finger here on the mat, just to alleviate any pain in the heel of your hand. So from here, we're going to place your left hand directly under your nose. Inhale your right fingertips up high, reaching that right arm up. Roll that wrist out a little bit. A couple bends of the elbows, opening up that shoulder again. Inhale, reach your right arm up. As you exhale, thread the needle. Right arm goes underneath your left. Tilt your right shoulder and the right side of your face into the mat. Little to no weight. Pressing big into your left palm to stack your left shoulder over your right shoulder. Nice. Still gentle and passive, but still doing a little bit of work. So as you inhale, feel that compression on your belly. And as you exhale, feel that twist deepen a little bit. Option for this pose to build on, stepping out your left foot. Toes face the top of your mat, just getting a nice stretch in that leg, helping you to center that body. One more breath here. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, return your left leg and your left palm. Press through your left palm. Inhale your right arm up. Roll that wrist out once more. Exhale, replace your right hand down, tabletop. Right hand goes underneath your nose this time. Inhale your left fingertips up. Roll that wrist out. Bend that elbow. Inhale, reach left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Left arm goes under right. Left shoulder, left side of the head melts into your mat. Right palm presses into the mat in front of you. Pressing that right shoulder over your left. Option, like on the opposite side, to step out that right leg nice and long. I feel like it adds to this somewhat easiest stretch you always see in the beginning of class. Remembering to breathe, inhaling into that twist. Exhale, find yourself just a little bit deeper. Good, one more breath. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, return your right knee. Press into your right palm. Inhale, left arm goes up, left arm reaches. Good. Exhale, come back down to tabletop. Set your hips towards your heels for another sweet seat pose. Here we're going to inhale, lift our arms up overhead. As you exhale, release your right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. So as you reach up and over with your left arm, press your left hip down to create lots of space between this left hip and this left shoulder. As imagining as if you're reaching up and over something rather than just collapsing in. So inhale, keep reaching nice and big. And on the exhale, close your shoulder down to the ground. So square your shoulders up to the ground. And then inhale, open that shoulder back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, close it down. Good. Inhale, open up. Final one. Exhale, close down that left shoulder. Good. On the inhale, come back to center. Both arms up by ears. As you exhale, release your left arm down to the ground. Right arm goes up and over. Nice little side stretch here. Right hip presses down, creating that space between your right and your left shoulder, or your right hip and your right shoulder. Option to find stillness right here in this stretch. Option to take a nice big inhale, add some movement. Inhale, exhale, close your shoulder, square down to the ground. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Good. Exhale, close down. As you inhale, coming back up to center. Good. Exhale, release your hands. Coming to child's pose. So your big toes are going to touch. Your knees are going to go as wide as feels comfortable. I like to go as wide as the mat. Walk the fingertips up towards the top of the mat, resting my forehead on the ground below me. So still kind of pressing into my palms, pressing my hips back. Just a breath here. This is a great place to come rest. If at any point in this class you're feeling like, holy shit, that's a little bit too much for me, that's a little bit too soon, come and take a rest in child's pose. Here, take a nice big breath in, feel that belly expansion in the low back. Open mouth, exhale. Right, inhale. You're going to shift forward, keeping your knees and feet where they are, just coming to a tabletop position. So we're going to do a little bit of a flow. If you want, you can drop your hips further down. If anything, just coming here, exhale back. So just like a little mini oscillation of the spine. Movement starts in the hips. Inhale until you come up. Exhale, send those hips back. We're going to do 5 rounds. So inhale, articulate that spine up, kind of like a roll. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, send your hips back. Good, 2 more. Inhale, roll forward. Fingers are wide on the mat. Exhale, send your hips back. Good, final 1. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, send your hips. Perfect. Draw your palms underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up. Place your palms directly underneath your shoulders. Step your right foot back. And then get ready to step your left foot back in line, high plank. If this doesn't feel right for you today, then drop down to your knees. We're going to do the same thing like we just did, oscillating our spine, but from high plank to down dog. So from your high plank, are wide underneath your shoulders. You're on the balls of your feet, on your toes, pressing through your heels, lifting everything up, through your shoulders. Take a nice breath here. Feel the power in this, this plank. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, send your hips up, back, downward facing dog. Take your time here in this first down dog of the day or the first down dog of class, taking a turn to pedal at your heels by bending one knee and allowing your opposite heel to fall to the mat. Keeping that generous bend in your knees, your hips are tracking up towards the ceiling above you, but back towards the wall behind you, making a nice long spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Take a peek up at your hands. Hands are about shoulders width. Fingers are really wide, focusing on that press of the thumb and the pointer finger. Settling in, this is still a working pose. All right, so as we roll through, inhale, start to roll those shoulders up to high plank. Exhale, bend your knees, send your hips up and back. Roll to the cadence of your breath. Don't wait for me. If you have to hurry, if you have to slow down, do whatever feels right with your breath. So take your whole entire inhale to get to the top of the mat, high plank. Exhale, hips up. Good. Inhale, slowly roll that shit forward. Exhale, roll that shit back. You got this. One final one. Inhale to that high plank. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to check in, making sure you're feeling good. Big breath in through the nose, into the belly. Open mouth, exhale. Here we go. Inhale, right heel high, three-legged down dog. Stay there. Hips are square, shoulders are square. Heel is up towards the ceiling. Toes are flexing towards your shin. Bend your knee, allow your right heel to fall towards your right glute, and then stack your right hip on top of your left hip. Little hip openers right here. Draw some circles with your knee. One direction and then the other. Kick back up, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step up to the outside of your hands. Release your left knee to the earth. Low runner's lunge. If you got some blocks and you prefer to bring the ground up to meet you, please do. Blocks underneath your palms. Perfect. Really thinking about pulling that chest through to the front of the room. If you like, you can allow your right knee to fall to the outside edge of your mat. This time, I have been working on keeping my knee in. So if you can, really keep that knee in tight. Feel how different that is than from allowing it to just go passive. So really stay active in that stretch in your runner's lunge. From here, really think about drawing that right hip back and pulling your left hip forward. Still squeezing to protect low back. Again, chest nice and proud as if you're pulling through with cow pose. Couple more breaths right here. As you exhale, keep your right foot where it is, but flex your toes towards your heels, sending your hips back for a wide half split. Fingertips can stay towards the top of your mat into the inside of your right foot. Probably is the best place to keep them. I guess you could come back if this feels a little bit better, but I feel like this feels more stable for me. So again, still want to actively pull that chest through and not just concave into our stretch here. So lifting through as if someone's pulling a string or pulling the front of your shirt forward. Bend this knee, do not lock this right knee out. So a little bend in that right knee. Right hip back, left hip forward. Option to add a little movement in here. So coming inhale into this runner's lunge. Exhale, send your hips back. Inhale to that runner's lunge. As you exhale, remember the micro bend in your right knee. Keep this flexed. That's part of the stretch. Think about pulling that pinky toe in towards you. Good. No flow. Inhale, come forward, stay here in runner's lunge. Heel toe that right foot in between your hands this time. Place your left palm to the inside of your right foot. Inhale, right fingertips up high for a low twisting lunge. Left hand can also come onto a block, something to lift that ground up to meet you, just to make this feel a little bit more supported, a little bit more open. Again, bringing that right knee in, not letting it fall out, especially here, pressing down into that right arm. Option to invite a little bit of movement. Tucking your back left toes. Think about inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, it's kind of tricky. Exhaling down, or stay right in that twisting lunge. Last flow. Whew, kind of burns your legs a little bit. Good. From that low twisting lunge, coming through Inhale, sweep your arms up. High lunge, keeping your left knee down around. So pull that right hip back, press that left hip forward. Even put your hands on your hips will show if your hips are squared to the front of your mat or to the side. Drawing that left hip back, rib back, left hip forward. High lunge, hands can see your hips. You can really fall into that front left hip flexor. Maybe your biceps even rise up, arms in line with your ears. Wherever you are, take a couple nice breaths here. Get back on that rhythm. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose with texture. Good. Inhale, final reach, prepare. Exhale, frame your foot with your hands. Step it back, downward facing dog. If you're into chaturangas and you want to fuck with those kinds of things, please add those in where you feel necessary. Take a breath here. Good, prepare. Inhale, left heel high, three-legged dog, stay right there. Hips are square, shoulders are square. Heels kicking up towards the ceiling, toes are flexing towards your shin. Bend your left knee, allow your heel to fall towards your glute. Stack your left hip on top of your right. Drawing circles with that knee. Going big in one direction and then big in the other. Inhale your heel high again, three-legged dog. Exhale, step to the outside of your left palm. Release your right knee to the mat. Runner's lunge. Option here again to bring those blocks underneath your palms. Instead of letting your left knee flop out, let's really tighten it in. Tighten it into your left arm there, pressing firmly down into your left foot. Again, pulling your chest up, pulling your chest forward, not dumping that weight into that low back, really making sure to squeeze and lift up out of this posture. Couple breaths here. Blocks are definitely not necessary. Palms can be just fine, or maybe even intensify it to come down to your forearms. It's a little too rowdy for me right now. Coming back to that runner's lunge, take a nice inhale, lift chest. On your exhale, send your hips back, flex your left foot, toes to shin, micro bend in your left knee, half split. Palms stay to the inside of your left foot. Really thinking about pulling that right hip forward, pressing that left hip back, squaring them off, still flexing that foot, getting the full stretch out of this. Option to add in movement. Inhale up into that runner's lunge. Exhale, hips back, half split. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale, final half split. If you are in the half split, take a nice breath here. Good. Exhale. Inhale, coming forward, heel toe that left foot in between your hands. Place your right palm on the earth inside of your left foot. Inhale, lift that left arm up towards the ceiling, low twisting lunge. Keeping that left knee in tight into your body. Left arm reaches, not dumping all the weight into our right palm. Option to invite movement in here. So inhale, lift up and out. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift up and out. Exhale, back down, low twisting lunge. Final flow. Inhale, lift up and out. Exhale, return to that low twist. Replace your left hand next to your left foot. Inhale, reach up, low lunge. Or it's high lunge, high supported lunge. Either way, lift your bicep. Lift your arms up if it feels right on your shoulders. Hands can come to hips, making sure you're nice and square. Pulling that left hip back, pressing that left hip forward, squeezing your glutes. Falling into that front right hip if it feels right. A couple more breaths right here. Inhale, reach to prepare. Exhale, plant hands around your left foot, tuck your right toes, step back, downward facing dog. All right, one more round of that, just with a little bit more spun. We're moving on. Inhale, right heel high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step to the outside of your right hand. Leaving your left knee off of the earth. We're going to stay lifted now. Both hands are the inside of your right foot. You can find a little rocking front to back. Wherever you are, take a couple breaths. On your next exhale, send your hips up and back. Micro bend in that front right knee. This is a long triangle or a long pyramid pose, excuse me. Still flexing that foot. You're gonna do the same flow. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, send your hips back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, send your hips back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, send your hips back. Good. Inhale. As you bring your foot to center, heel toe, right foot to center, place your left hand down. Inhale, twist, right arm reaches. Really squeezing everything in. We're holding right here this time, no movement added in. One more breath. Stay for your exhale. Good. As you inhale, square up, coming up into high lunge. Right knee is bent, left leg is long behind you. Making sure we're not dumping all that weight in that low. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath here. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, stay. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, step to the outside of your left hand. A little runner's lunge with your right knee up off the earth. All right, take an inhale here. Exhale, send your hips back. Inhale, come forward, runner's lunge. Exhale, send your hips back. Inhale, forward. Good. Heel toe that left foot to center. Place your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Inhale, your left hand high, low twisting lunge. Take a couple here. Whew. Exhale, release your hand down. Inhale, both arms up, high lunge. Staying in your power, staying in your strength. Just when that talk wants to come in, saying you can't do it, you can. One more inhale and reach. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, down facing dog. Whew, you got this. Let's do this. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk. Step, jump to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll to stand. Mountain pose, arms by your side. Inhale, reach those biceps up alongside your ears. Exhale, send your hips back, chair pose. So as you're sitting in a chair, hips are back. I like having my legs together. Some people like having their feet separated for chair pose. Whatever works best for you works for me. Sitting in your power, talking kindly to yourself, loving yourself as if you're your best friend. You can do this. Exhale, swing your arms back behind you. Really squeezing those shoulders together. Lift your left heel up and then your right heel up. And then lift your toes up, spread your toes out, lay them down. Inhale your heels high, whoo, drinking bird. Balance here. Take a breath in. As you exhale, release your heels down. Bring your arms out in front of you. Nice low chair pose. Step that left foot back long. Coming, woo, for a minute into this high reach lunge. As you exhale, let your left heel fall to the earth. Arms come out. Right arm forward, left arm back. Whew. Warrior two, you got this. Instead of reaching forward, bring your hips over your shoulders over hips. You got this. As you inhale, take a nice big lengthen and lift. Exhale. Reach your right arm up. Extend your right leg. Reaching up with your right arm, reaching down with your left, extended angle. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Reach forward, release your right elbow to your right thigh, left arm goes up. Reach, reach, reach. Extended side here. Take a breath, reach up with that left hand. Exhale, release your left arm down. Reach your right arm up for a twisting low lunge. So it's just a little bit of a windmill maneuver there. Take a breath in, reach up with that right arm. And as you exhale, start. Replace your right foot next to your right hand. Oh my God, just come down to this high plank. Exhale, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Take us here, downward facing dog. Open mouth, exhale. Next side. Inhale, look forward to see your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins, nice long back. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, right into chair pose this time. Biceps can be by ears. Maybe they come to heart center if it feels not right on your shoulders. Wherever you are, try to neutralize that really big ski slope in your booty and neutralize it down a little bit. Wherever you are, exhale, sweep your arms back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Left heel comes up, right heel comes up. Toes lift and widen, replace on the mat. Heels come up for drinking bird. Hold here, squeeze everything. You got this. Inhale, drop your heels, lift your biceps back in line. Step your right foot back for a long reaching high lunge. As you exhale, fall into warrior two, right heel falls to the earth. Left arm is forward, right arm is back. Again, not reaching forward, settling your shoulders over your hips. Taking a moment here to self-love. Instead of talking about how you can't do this or how you probably talk about how you can do this and how fucking badass you probably look. Because you probably do look badass. Take a breath here. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reach your left arm up, straighten left leg. Extended triangle pose. Really feel that space from the tip of your toe all the way up to the top of your finger. And as you exhale, just a moment in warrior two, reach forward, left elbow to left thigh, right arm reaches up, extended side angle. Really think about not dumping a whole lot of weight into this left shoulder, really lifting up and out as if you don't need it. Now reach. And as you exhale, windmill your right arm down, place your right arm to your left foot, left arm comes up and reaches low or high twisting lunge. Taking a breath here. Good, inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, place your left hand to the outside of your left foot, step it back, downward facing dog. Again, feel free to add in any chatters where they feel necessary or where they feel right. I'm just not feeling them today. All right, guys, let's do inhale, look up to your hands. Exhale, hop, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, finger to shins. Exhale, fold forward. I lied. Inhale, come to a chair. Take a breath here. Exhale, sweep your arms back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, come up on those toes, drinking bird. Take a breath here. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, heels down, biceps by ears. Step back with that left foot, high reaching lunge. Exhale, settle into warrior. Inhale, reach right arm up, straighten right leg, extended triangle. Exhale, come through warrior two. Reach forward, extended side angle. Take a breath. As you exhale, windmill that arm down. Left arm comes to the inside of right foot. Right arm reaches up, low twisting lunge. You've got this. Reach up, look up, take a breath. Exhale, plant your right hand to the outside of your foot. Step it back, Downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, look to see your hands. Exhale, hop, travel, jump, step, do whatever you want to get to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose. Take a breath. Exhale, sweep your arms back. Airplane those arms, squeeze your shoulders. Take an inhale, prepare. Exhale. Inhale, lift up to those toes, drinking burp. Take a breath. Exhale, release your heels, biceps come up in line with ears. Exhale, step that right foot back, high reaching lunge. Coming into warrior two. Whoops, I messed up. This foot forward. Finishing up this side, right foot forward. You got this. Warrior two. Inhale, reach right arm up, extend right leg, extended triangle. I think I was on the right one. Gonna come up here, come back to chair pose, plain arms. And then you're gonna come up to drinking bird. Hold there for a moment. Exhale, release your heels, biceps come up, right foot steps back, high lunge, take a breath. Exhale, opening to warrior two, left arm forward, right arm back, left knee is nice and bent to whatever degree feels good. Take up here. Exhale, settle. Inhale, left arm goes up, straighten that left leg, extend the triangle. Exhale, come into warrior two, reach forward. Left elbow rests on your left thigh, right arm reaches up, extended side angle. Take a breath here. As you exhale, pivot on that back toe, right palm meets the earth, left arm reaches up, low twisting lunge, you got this. Take a breath. Exhale, place your left palm down, step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Open mouth, exhale. Good one, just like that. Inhale up. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, look up to see your hands. Exhale, hop, travel, jump, step, whatever, to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins, nice flat back. Exhale, fold forward, forward fold. Very slowly, take your time, rolling one vertebrae up at a time until you reach standing. Hooray! Arms out in front of you, palms down, arms out on the horizon. Inhale, lift up on tiptoes. Maybe this is enough for you right here. Maybe this is challenging your stability, your core. If you're looking to add on to it, we're going to slide down into awkward chair. So instead of classical chair where you sit back, as if you are allowing your back to fall down a wall, let your knees come out in front of you. Slowly, as if it's molasses dripping down the side of the jar. Take your time until you get to the lowest point you can get. Stay there, keep your heels up. You can do this. You can do hard shit. You love yourself. Hands come to prayer at heart center. Thumbs press into your chest. Holy shit. Allow yourself to fall. Heel, hips to heels until you find yourself in toe stand. In toe stand, if you need something to support you, you can bring your blocks right next to you to keep your chest nice and lifted. Maybe you just need one. Maybe it's out in front of you. Wherever you are, squeeze everything into your midline. Whew. Allow your knees to drop down towards the earth. Oh my gosh, you could do this. Probably feeling it in those feet. Or be here for 3. Oh my gosh. 2 and 1. With control, lower your buns down onto the mat. So reach forward. Holy shit. Reach forward. Allow your knees to separate and your buns to find the mat. We are almost there. You guys are powerful as fuck, non-violent as fuck, showing yourself some self-love. and maybe even a little compassion. So wherever you are, we're gonna make this ab series super quick because abs are the worst. Feet are firmly on the mat below you, feet on the mat, grabbing the sides of your thighs, really pull your chest forward. And as we lay down, think about rounding your spine until you're laying down everything onto the mat. So it's kind of like a Pilates roll down. Hands can come behind thighs or they can come out in front of you. Your gaze is going to go down towards your navel. So taking, resisting, every inch down so you don't slam on the ground. Good. Arms reach up overhead. Option to roll back up. Roll back up, or have a fun roll back up because we're going to do this 3 more times. So nice chest. Exhale, accentuate tucking and cupping, curving that spine down, rolling over your sacrum, roll over your tailbone. Laying each vertebrae down one at a time. Arms come up overhead. Either rock and roll back up or roll yourself back up. Final one, wherever you are, nice tall chest. Make this the slowest one as possible. Really rounding, rolling over that sacrum, over that tailbone, reaching up, lifting up, curling up, chin to chest. Gaze at our belly or navel. Good, bring your knees with you. Rock and roll from side to side. Rock your head out. This is just a little bit of a Pilates ab stitch I've been learning. Really press your whole lower back into the mat. Think about punching a hole in the floor below your lower back. For now, keep your shoulders down. Bring your knees over your chest. From here, arms reach towards the front of the mat. Now lift your whole entire shoulder unit off of the mat, as not even your shoulder points can touch the mat. So from here, you're already feeling the work. You already are feeling that burn, really pressing your core back into the mat underneath you. Extending one leg, extending both legs. See how they're pretty much stacked? From here, allow them to go out just a little bit and hold. You can add in those arms. It's hard to do this and at the same time. Holy shit. We're going to try to move your arms as fast as you can while still controlling your breath. So think 5 count in for your breathing, 5 count out. We're good here for 5. And 4. And 3. Fuck. And 2. And last one, hold on. Knees into your chest, release your head to the mat. Rock that head from side to side. That shit's hard. Whew. Now, cherry on top. Rock and roll yourself up to a seat. Psych, rock and roll yourself up to boat pose. Balancing her right on your hips. Lifting that chest up. Holy moly. You can grab the backs of your thighs to help support you. You can keep your leg bent. You can extend one. You can extend the other. But the balance really comes from lifting your chest up, looking up. You got this. We will hold this for 5 and 4. Belly, bring your abs all the way to the back of your ribs, all the way to the back of your spine. And 2. And slowly rock and roll yourself over to your hands and knees. Allow your belly to come reach the mat. Take a moment here, stack your palm one on top of each other, forehead to your palms. And just take a breath. Lift your head, place your palms. Place your arms down along your sides, palms down onto the ground. Bring your legs together as if they're zipped up into one pant leg. Chin rests on the mat. We're going to go for locust. Let's break this up into 2 parts. As you inhale, use your back muscles to lift your chest off of the mat. You can press into those palms a little bit, or maybe you lift those palms up off the mat too. Take a breath, squeeze your back muscles. Exhale, release your right cheek to the mat. Bend your knees, windshield wiper out your legs to release that low back. Come back to center, chin to center. This time, inhale, exhale. Now inhale, lift up just your legs. Keep everything else on the ground. Legs lift, legs lift, legs lift. Squeeze your glutes. Holy moly. Exhale, release your left chin to the mat. All right, chin comes to center. Take an inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, lift up your chest and your legs and your arms, reaching your arms down towards your feet, reaching and squeezing those glutes, lifting everything up towards the ceiling. Gaze is on the mat below you, creating space in the back neck. And lift for 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Coming down to the mat here, arms. Throw your arms out into a nice big wide T. Taking the shape of a capital T. Bring your left palm underneath your shoulder. Press into that left palm. Pressing your left shoulder over your right. You're going to feel this from the front side of your chest. If this doesn't feel like enough, bend your left knee. Place your left foot behind your right thigh. Keep your chest tall. Stretching out the front side of your body. Allowing gravity to do the work here. Take a nice big inhale deep into your belly. And as you exhale, release your chest and hip and shoulders back to the mat into that nice capital T shape. Rolling to the opposite side. Right palm comes underneath right shoulder. Pressing into that right palm. You're going to press that right shoulder over your left. Stacking. If that doesn't feel like quite enough, press yourself more. Bend that right knee. Place it behind your left thigh. Keep chest nice and tall. I like to say parallel to the opposite side of your mat. You are in control of how deep this posture goes. If at any time it feels too intense, please come and back off. Just take your time, breathing back into your body. Take a nice big inhale here, fill up. And as you exhale, release your hips and your shoulders back to the mat, back into that nice big T shape. Bring your palms underneath your chest, press yourself up. Swing your hips to one side, your knees to the other. Coming into bridge pose. So just like those abs we were working on, those knees, place your soles of your feet into the mat below you. And then start to shimmy your shoulders underneath your chest. So you already kind of feel a little propped up, right? So shoulders are underneath chest. Inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Fingertips are going to reach towards your heels. If you can touch your heels, then maybe you go for a bind underneath, interlacing your fingers. And instead of interlacing your fingers with your dominant thumb on top, put your non-dominant thumb on top this time. Just become aware of how that grip feels in your body. A couple more breaths here in bridge pose. If you have a bind, slowly release your fingers. And as you exhale, release your shoulders, upper back, lower back, middle back, tailbone, and sacrum to the mat. Bring your knees into your chest. Release your knees. Release your left leg long. Your right knee stays tucked into your chest. Give it a couple circles, and then bring your right knee out and around into your armpit. Squeeze it up in there. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, draw your right knee to the left side of your mat, but then stack your hips. So stack your left hip underneath your right hip. And allow for the supine twist just to be passive and gentle and just kind of wringing you out after your asana practice today. Hopefully, as you were here on your mat today, that you moved with some love and curiosity, and that in your internal dialogue, you could silence any of that violent communication you have towards yourself and just replace it with nonviolent communication and love and just radical self-love, like the radical self-love that this world doesn't want you to have, because you'll be happy without needing anything else. All right, one more inhale here. And as you exhale, let your right hip and right leg fall back to the right side of the mat. Reposition your hips. Bring your knees into your chest. Your right leg goes long this time. Left knee stays tucked. Couple circles here. Bring your left knee out and around up into your armpit. Squeeze it in. Take a breath. And as you exhale, drape that left knee over to the right side of the mat, stacking your right hip underneath your left. Arms can come out to a T, making sure our shoulders stay pressed into the mat as we go through this twist. Again, letting gravity do its work. Instead of forcing your leg down, allow gravity just to push it. Holding on and letting go. One more big inhale here. And as you exhale, release that left hip and left leg to the left side of the mat. Couple more. Bring your knees to chest, give yourself a big squeezy. Reach to the inside or outside edges of your feet for happy baby. If neither one of those are within reach for you, you can bring your elbows to the backs of your knees and place your hands to the outside of ankles. If you like finding stillness here, remember to pull down into your feet and kick up into your hands at the same time, really laying your low back flat on the mat. If you want a little bit of movement, still do those things, but you can just rock side to side, maybe extending one leg and then the other. Wherever you are, find a couple and your blissful, happy baby. And here I have one more pose for you. If you'd like to enter your Shavasana, please do so. If you are ready for one more pose, prop yourself up onto your forearms. Right now, I'm working my elbows under my shoulders or as close to each other under my chest as possible for fish pose. And then I'm gonna walk my feet onto my fingertips here, really opening and lifting my chest up, opening the fuck out of those shoulders. And then once you find a spot where you feel, I don't know what else you could feel, then you're gonna wanna start allowing your head to find the earth below you. So right now you have the lowest part of your body on the mat, your feet and your tailbone, as well as the highest point on your body, the crown of your head, all grounded into the earth right now. So again, really think about lifting up and out, feeling that nice gentle stretch in the shoulders. Maybe your legs go long. Just one final pose to ground you down, reconnect you to this earth. If you're feeling ready to enter into your Shavasana and you're in fish pose, slowly allow your elbows to fall out from underneath you. Release your hands from underneath your seats. One final move right before class. Bring you into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins and really squeeze everything in. Squeeze your palms, make your fists, your hands into fists, squeeze your toes, squeeze the muscles in your face, squeeze your tongue, squeeze every muscle that you have control over. Take a nice big inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then as you exhale, release every single muscle, release every holding. Allow yourself to find a traditional Shavasana here. Legs are long, toes fall to the outside edges of the mat. You're taking up as much space as you feel necessary. Arms can go big up your sides, or sometimes I like to have my arms up overhead. Wherever you are, find that final Shavasana and settle in. Settle in To rebound of your practice today, settle in. Settle in for your final rest. Shavasana is probably one of the most important poses of your class because that's when you fully get to feel the effects of the class that you just took, the asana on your body, the pranayama practice on your breath and your energy levels, maybe even the theme that you had in class of yourself not to be violent towards yourself and to have radical self-love. So allow yourself with each breath to fall back into the regular cadence of your own breath. Let go of Ujjayi Pranayama or any constriction in the back of your throat. Start to scan your body from the soles of your feet, taking your time moving through your legs. If you hit any point of holding or tense or anxiety, take a nice deep breath. Visualize that space that you're feeling and thinking of. Breathe into that space, exhale, and let go of whatever you're holding. Take your body scan, keep going through your body, up through your hips, through your belly, all of your internal organs, your back as it sits on the ground and is supported by the mat below you. Scan all the way up into your chest, into your shoulders, into your neck. Once you get to your face, check in and see if you can unclench your jaw. Release your tongue from the roof of the mouth and release anything in your eyes. Once your body scan has reached the crown of your head, take one big inhale in through your nose, filling up your belly as big as you have for class, sipping in every last drop of air until you can't hold any more. And then exhale out through your mouth. Settle in here and show yourself some compassion. Compassion is when we stop living in our heads, where we can neatly arrange things and ground ourselves into our bodies where things might not be so neat. In your head all day, you can soften the blow. You can throw a veil over something that doesn't look so pretty. But when you ground down in your body, your feelings can't lie, body doesn't lie. The emotions that are held in your body will start to make itself known. So if you ever are starting to feel a little out of touch, take a deep breath, come out of your neatly organized head and ground down into your messy body and check in with yourself, which helps you check in with others. I invite you to stay in your Shavasana as long as you feel called to do so. If you are ready to get going with the rest of your day, slowly start inviting some movements back into your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Start taking those bigger stretches as if you're just waking up, reaching your arm over your head, reaching through your toes, taking a big breath in and a big breath out. Pick your favorite side and roll over into your fetal position. Bicep goes underneath your head, creating a pillow. Your knees come into your chest. Really pulling yourself into this nice ball, like you're in between. You're in between from your asana practice, the end, the death of your asana and your physical movement. And now you are preparing to take your yoga and what you just did and learned off the mat and into the world. Take your time in fetal position. If you're still in Shavasana, please stay there. If you're ready, slowly press yourself up out of that fetal position into a nice comfortable seat wherever you find yourself on your mat. If your eyes are closed, keep them closed. If your eyes are open, heavy your gaze. Allow your eyelids to just heavy a little bit. find a nice tall seat. With your next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, biceps alongside ears. Palms connect. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center, pressing your thumbs into your sternum. Taking a moment here to feel the beat of heart. Sip in some more breathe. Sip in some more air with that next breath. As we exhale, we bow forward, recognizing the efforts that you put in today during practice. Thank you, yogis. I see you. Thank you for coming to class. Moving with love, moving with curiosity, and just loving ourselves. So Ahimsa, think about self-love, compassion, and non-violence isn't always just not slapping someone across the mouth, even if they deserve it, you know? Bye, drink water.